Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News, episode 116. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Brandon Hodge here. You guys like the shirt? King of Dong style. I bought this in the vlog. I actually bought this from Joey Ryan himself at an indie show. I met Cody Rhodes and Joey Ryan. I vlogged. If you haven't seen the vlog, I'll put like a card up and it'll be in the end card. So if you want to watch this video before you check that out, I'll put in the end card. But yeah, make sure to check out that vlog. Worked really hard on the vlog. Appreciate if you guys check it out. But anyway, guys, there's a fair bit of news today. So let's go ahead and get into today's news. The first news story. So I believe we all know, unfortunately, what happened in Manchester this past week with the bombing and all that. But how does the Manchester bombing, how does that relate to WWE? Well, WWE is actually having an event there, I believe, next week, or it's in June, like June the 8th, I think, or something like that, June the 9th. It's up there, whatever the date is. But WWE's having an NXT event there, and they're actually considering canceling the event. I know if I was in Manchester, I probably wouldn't want to go to that arena for a show. So if they do have this show, I imagine attendance is going to be pretty low, but they're actually considering canceling this event. They have reached out to the local authorities and asked the local authorities if indeed they should cancel this event, if it's safe to have an event there and all that. So if you have tickets, they'll refund you if they cancel the event, but they might be canceling that Manchester NXT, I believe it's a house show. It has to be a house show. The next news story, continuing with the sad theme, get the sad stuff out of the way first. Okay, we all know, normally before a WWE event, or after, or whenever, it says, please do not try this at home. These are trained professionals, they know what they're doing. They're trained not to kill themselves, basically. So anyway, what's happened is in the words of Chris Jericho, some stupid idiot did wrestling moves on a 2-year-old girl. Okay, it's one thing to be like a teenager and just be, fooling around and having wrestling matches with your friends, and they're like, oh, but both people are like, yeah, let's have a wrestling match and all that. But it's one thing for like a 40-year-old to just do wrestling moves to a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old really can't agree to that, and basically he did like all kinds of moves on this 2-year-old, and it resulted in her actually dying. So it's just absolutely terrible. This isn't the first case of some stupid idiot doing wrestling moves on a child, and the child actually dying because they're stupid. Why would you do wrestling moves on a child? And this wasn't even her dad. This was her mom's boyfriend. So the mom and the boyfriend are being charged with murder, which they should absolutely be charged with murder. What the hell are you even thinking? But yeah, unfortunately, a child has passed away from a stupid parent. Well, not even a parent. A mom's boyfriend doing wrestling moves to a child. Okay, so let's bring the news episode a little bit back up. I wanted to get the sad things out of the way first. Just really stupid things. I mean, just really, both of those, just ignorant people. But anyway, let's bring it back up. So as I reported in the last news episode, Asuka has actually beat Goldberg's streak. Twitter, Goldberg actually congratulated Asuka. Yeah, he's not sour about his streak being beaten. He's actually saying the streak's in good hands and all that, so that's awesome. I just wanted to share that little congratulations from Goldberg to Asuka. The next news story, Tony Nese has put this fan on blast. Hopefully the photo's up there. So this person that has the circle around them, they're on their phone during this match. And Tony Nese actually saying, why would you go to an event just to be on your phone? And then people respond to this by saying, well, 205 Live sucks. Of course he's on his phone. So my thoughts on this, the phone thing, I can somewhat understand it because I've done this a lot at shows. Like if you see me on TV, I normally set floor camera side when I'm at shows, all these pay-per-views and stuff like that. And people will be like, why are you on your phone so much? And I'm either on Twitter or something. And it's just like, I don't care about this match. This is the kickoff show or whatever. But 205 Live, now that 205 Live, when I'm at a SmackDown, that's just, I don't know, just kind of a pain because you're sitting there for so long. People don't understand. So SmackDown, you got the kickoff show, you got a 3-hour actual televised show, then you have an hour 205 Live show, and then you've got a dark match. You have to sit through all of that. 205 Live, everyone's just sitting there waiting for it to end. I mean, this was a table spot. It was supposed to be like an, oh my god, holy crap moment, and he's just there on his phone, which I can't 100% say I would be on my phone during the table spot, but I can 100% understand being on your phone during 205 Live. It's pretty boring when you're there. Okay, the next news story. So, Raw ratings continue to drop. Last week Raw got a 2.7 million viewers. This week it was 2.6 million. 2.6 million, that's actually the lowest non-holiday Raw rating since like 1996. So that's a long freaking time ago. So Raw, I mean, it's completely understandable. I actually didn't watch Raw this week. I actually didn't watch Raw the week before either, because it's just so much easier watching the clips on YouTube or the highlights on YouTube than actually sitting through like a 3-hour show. And then if you watch Talking, whatever the hell the after show's called, it's like a 4-hour show. Well, I think they do a pre-show too. So I think you could have the possibility of sitting there for 5 hours watching WWE when you could just watch like 10 minutes. Spend 10 minutes and watch the highlights on YouTube. I completely understand not watching Raw, but the viewership for Raw is going way down. This is the lowest it's been since 1996. Okay, the next news story. So Triple H has announced what I've been talking about for months on this show. So the women's tournament, I mean, we already knew it was happening. It's gonna be called the Mae Young Classic, I believe. It's going to be taking place July 13th and July 14th in Full Sail. I'm not too sure if it's going to be live. I imagine it's going to be aired later. I've heard rumors it's not even airing until after SummerSlam, but they're filming it. Tickets go on sale, like, I believe today or tomorrow, and it's July 13th and 14th in Full Sail. So if you live in Orlando, if you want to travel to Orlando to see the Mae Young Classic, you can buy tickets tomorrow, I believe. The next news story, Emma's injury. So if you don't know, Emma got her shoulder injured in the UK tour. It was in Liverpool. I imagine it was a house show that she got her shoulder injured. She's actually not going to be out for that long. She's expected to be cleared mid-June. Definitely not as bad as it could have been, so consider yourself a lucky, Emma, and I can't wait for your return. Okay, the next news story is about CM Punk. Yes, we're talking about CM Punk and WWE News. It's okay, though, because I'm meeting him. I can probably get him meeting him in July. I'm flying up to New York City to meet him, so don't miss that vlog. It's going to be absolutely incredible. But anyway, so CM Punk was on this, I guess it's a reality show, or it's on MTV. It's called The Challengers. I don't watch MTV. I don't think many people watch it anymore. But anyway, he was on the show with this Johnny Bananas guy. Never heard of him. I looked him up on Google, right? And all it says is he's a film actor, and it looks like half of them are TV shows. It says he's a film actor, and it looks like he's only been in one movie, and the rest are reality shows. No idea who this was. Anyway, he won the challenge or whatever, and he started gloating to CM Punk about it or whatever, and then CM Punk asked him, what do you do for a living? He replies with, I don't lose in UFC. And then he called CM Punk a failed professional wrestler who has to do MMA now. Failed professional, what are you even talking about? CM Punk is like one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. His merch sales were almost double John Cena's in 2011. What are you even talking about? He's the longest reigning WWE champion of the modern era. 434 consecutive days as the WWE champion. Shut up, don't talk about things you don't know nothing about. Okay, and the final news story. We'll move on to the rumors after this. We're gonna talk about YouTube for a second. All I see on Twitter when I go on Twitter anymore is this YouTube algorithm, professional wrestling, not advertiser friendly, which I don't entirely understand because I can't sympathize because it hasn't affected me. I make wrestling videos. I've made wrestling videos for 6 years here. People are saying they're making $40 for 1 million views. I'm here. I'm actually making more money than I ever have. So I'm not too sure if it has something to do with some of these channels. They're actually showing physical wrestling, and I'm just talking about it. I guess this is I guess YouTube sees this as kind of a talk show instead of actually a violent show or whatever, but that may have something to do with it. But I haven't seen the drop. But What Culture, they have this wrestling show, and they had Alberto Del Rio versus Rey Mysterio. He got over 1 million views and only made $40, which is insane. I know a lot of wrestling YouTubers are affected by this whole ad thing. They've changed their ad policy or whatever. It hasn't affected me in any way. I'm still making good money. I can still vlog and go to all these amazing pay-per-views and stuff like that for you guys as of now. I mean, it could affect me in the future. Anyway, there's a change.org type thing. It already has 13,000 signatures. If you guys don't mind, I would appreciate if you would actually sign this thing. It hasn't affected me yet, but it possibly could. And I know a lot of friends of mine have been affected by this. So go ahead and sign this petition, and maybe YouTube will actually change their mind, and maybe professional wrestling will not be seen as so much violence, since it's actually not real violence. But whatever, if you don't mind, sign that. Appreciate it, guys. Okay, so that is all the news. Now we're gonna move on to the rumors. Okay, just a quick note. Rumors are rumors. So there's like a 50-50 chance that they're actually not true. A few people got mad at me because I said no titles were changing hands at NXT TakeOver or Backlash, and of course they did. I mean, that was just a rumor. Rumors are usually not right. So this is just what's rumored. Okay, the first rumor. So the rumor, New Day, they're supposed to be returning here pretty soon. I believe the reason they haven't been on TV is a combination. I believe Kofi was the one with the injury. Kofi got injured. If I can remember correctly, it was something to do with his leg. But the rumor is, well, it was a combination of that and I imagine the Page stuff. But the rumor is that when they return, they're actually going to be in the main event of the SmackDown Tag Division. They're actually going to be in there with the Usos New Day feud for the Tag Team Championships. I honestly don't know if the New Day is still going to be relevant when they return, but I guess time will tell, and when they return, we'll see how the fans react. The next rumor, Braun Strowman. As we all know, he had elbow surgery. WWE's doing a work. They're saying he's out for like 6 months or whatever. They're just doing that so they can get a surprise return out of people. Braun Strowman, rumored to be returning mid-July. Be back in time to build up SummerSlam with his match against Brock Lesnar. The next rumor. So as we all know, they announced all the participants in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Apparently the rumor is the backstage favorite to win this match and to win the briefcase is Nakamura. My favorite to win this would either be Baron Corbin or AJ Styles. I just don't think Nakamura's. I mean, he has a win over Dolph Ziggler, but does that really elevate him straight up to the main event picture? I don't think so. I think Baron Corbin's very deserving of the briefcase, and I think AJ Styles is as well. The next rumor. So that Fatal 5-Way #1 contendership match for who's facing Brock Lesnar at Great Balls of Fire. The rumor is that most of those guys, if not all of those guys, will have a chance to face Brock Lesnar for the title before WrestleMania 34. Roman Reigns, of course, cannot face Lesnar until WrestleMania 34, and they need guys for these pay-per-views, and those guys, most of them, the rumor is most of them are going to be in a title match with Brock Lesnar. Of course, they won't win it, but they're rumored to be in it. The next rumor, let's speak of the broken gimmick, okay? So, there's been this rumor for months and months, basically ever since the Hardys returned at WrestleMania, that the broken gimmick is coming to the WWE. They just have to get the rights. WWE's buying the rights and all this stuff from TNA. And the rumor is WWE, they're not interested in buying rights. They're not interested in paying to have a creative idea or a creative gimmick or whatever. And if Matt somehow got the rights back to the broken gimmick, that they would be happy to use it. Okay, and the final rumor we're going to talk about, where the hell is Rusev? Like Rusev. So, while WWE was in the UK, where they were on the European tour or whatever, Rusev made this video on his phone saying, Shane McMahon, I want title match at Money in the Bank title, or I will go back to Bulgaria and then you'll never see me again or whatever. And he was supposed to be on SmackDown the following week after that. He didn't show up. Twitter, he said, oh no, I couldn't make it. I'm in Nashville at this hockey game. I couldn't make it. And then the following week, this week, he didn't make it. No mention of why he didn't show up. And the rumor is they're dropping the storyline. Apparently, they announced that we're having Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton for the title. So Rusev's not in that. He's not even in the Money in the Bank ladder match. There's actually two rumors here. The first rumor is they're not pushing Rusev anymore. Rusev is going to come back and just be a nobody. And the second rumor, more likely rumor, Rusev's still injured. The doctors want to give him a little more time to heal up from his shoulder injury, I believe. Shoulder? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, Rusev, hopefully he'll be in the main event picture. I think Rusev deserves a little better than what he's got in the past few years. But Rusev, personally, I don't think he's 100%. The doctors just want to give him another month or two, and maybe, hopefully, they'll put him in the title picture. But yeah, guys, that is today's news and rumors. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode of WWE News. This is the end card. Down there's my second channel. Over here are some previous videos you guys may have not seen and that I think you guys might enjoy. If you want to see where I got this shirt and met Joey Ryan and Cody Rhodes, vlog up there. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to like this video. And if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video.